Okay, today we're going to do a short presentation on book genres. In the last lesson, you were split into groups and you were told to choose 2 genres to look at as a group. And then you would split your group into 2, and half would do one genre and half would do another genre. I let you choose the topics that you like, the genres that you like, to make it easier for you. And you will then talk about a book from within that genre and explain the storyline, and to finish, explain why you like that book. Along the way, I might ask you some questions, or some of the audience might ask you some questions for more information about what you said. But be confident, talk about the books you like to read, and it should be easy. Okay? Try and use language that we all understand, okay? Which means you need to talk in your own words, not copy it from where you've seen it on the internet or on the back of a book. We all need to understand. And if you use long words that we don't understand, it's not going to make it easy for us. Right. Is there any group that's confident to go first? Somebody has to go first. Alex, Lynn, rock, paper, scissors, quick.
Rock, paper, scissors.
On 3. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Alex, you lose. Your group goes first. Right, come to the front, introduce yourselves and the genres that you will use.
Okay, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex from Group 1, and our group genres are fantasy and sci-fi. My book is, well, technically it's about both the genres, fantasy and sci-fi. My favorite book, it's called The Maze Runner. The Maze Runner, it's written by an author called James Dashner. It's a best-selling book. The story's amazing. I'll tell you about it. The main character in the story is a teenage boy named Thomas. And the story takes place in a world called the Glade. And in the middle of that world, there's a small elevator, which every month takes more boys to that world. So the story starts. Thomas ended up in the elevator and he woke up with amnesia. He doesn't remember anything, but the only thing he remembers is his name. And when he got out of the elevator, he found also other people there in the Glade. But all of them were just boys, no girls. And they're mostly in the same age. So Thomas started becoming curious. He started to wonder and ponder all the time, asking lots of questions. And the people there told him about the Glade. And it seems that surrounding the Glade is a big wall. And behind that wall is a ginormous maze. No one knows yet about that maze. They only seen it, but they never really went through it. So all the people there, they started civilization, and until the next month, another person finally arrived to the Glade. But it's not a boy anymore. It's a girl. It's like the first girl who arrived to the Glade, and her name is Teresa. And somehow she has telepathy with Thomas, so they can talk through the minds. So and they have some sort of connection. Then one day, the wall that surrounded the Glade had a ginormous gate that opened, and everyone went through it. They found themselves in a maze, and in there they just tried to wander around, like finding a way out. They drew out maps for the maze, and then finally they found an exit. And when they all went through it, they found themselves in a mysterious lab. The story ends here because, well, there's a sequel. It's called The Scorch Trials. I haven't read it yet, but I'm hoping to get it. The reason why I like this book is because the story is just so gripping. It's very interesting. The more I keep reading it, the more it just pulls me right in. I just love it so much. The characters, they each have their unique personalities. It just makes the story a lot more interesting. I'm going to get the sequel, Scorch Trials, soon, if I can. And also, I heard that this book is going to be made into a movie. I'm really excited.
How many times have you read this book?
I read it like about 3 times.
That's a lot.
And when I finished it, I was reading it like 3 a.m. in the morning.
You can't put it down.
Yeah, I cannot put it down. I started reading from 10 p.m. until 3 a.m. Just can't stop.
Okay, amazed on that.
So my book is fantastic type. It's a little children fiction. His name is Alice in Wonderland. I think everyone here know that story, right?
Yeah, I know.
Is written by Lewis Carroll, and the story talks about a little girl named Alice. One day she met a rabbit with a claw, and she followed it. She fall into the room. That room is pretty small, and she find a key that can open one of that door, but that room have a lot of doors, but aren't any doors that open by that key, the golden key. But and she start to cry because she don't know the way to go out. Then she saw a bottle of water. It said, "Drink me," and then she drank it, and she becomes small. She found a little door that have very is opened by the golden keys, and she looking for the white rabbit again. In this world, she met a lot of person, like Mad Hatter, like a mouse, a lot of animals, because she want to looking for the white rabbit, the first white rabbit, and then she met a cat named Jersey. That cat told her to go to the Queen of Heart castle to find that white rabbit. The adventure of her is not end. She go to the castle, then to that castle to find the rabbit, and then she met Queen of Heart. Queen of Heart is a person is very evil and want to kill her. So she escaped from it and returned to the normal life. She have a very good, very exciting adventure. I really like that story because it made me feel can go inside that wonderland. Yeah.
Gian, do you think it's an easy book to understand?
I think it's not an easy book to understand.
So you have to read it a couple of times
many
maybe?
times. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
Did that help?
A little.
A little bit?
Yes, a little.
Okay.
Amazing.
My favorite book is Upside Down, written by James Boston. It's about Adam and Eden live in two worlds with gravities that pull in opposite direction. Adam lived in the world of poverty, the down below, and Eden lived in the world of happiness and luxury, the up on top. They met each other in the top of a mountain and fell in love, but Eden suffered fatal fall and had amnesia, and she don't remember about Adam. 10 years later, Adam found that Eden works in transport. The tower connects two worlds, and he set out a dangerous dangerous place to reconnect with her. I like this book because it shows us that the strongest force in the world is love, not gravity. And I like the way it imagining two words up on top.
Okay, interesting. Who introduced you to this book?
My friend Alex, he likes science fiction, so he showed me the book, the genre of the book is science fiction.
My book, The Maze Runner. My friend Philip, he's a Canadian. He showed me the book when I was in 6th grade.
Did he say thank you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We are from Group 4 and today. Me and Frank will talk about a horror story called House for Rent, written by William. And Clay will talk about also a horror book called X Horror.
Our story is me and Thân talk the story named House for Rent, and where is talk is Air Dragon.
Aragon.
Aragon. All men rent a house, a big old house in Dallas. The price is very cheap, and he like that price. When he rents the house, one woman goes next to him and said, "Don't rent this house. It's very dangerous." He don't believe in ghosts, so he just rent the house.
He rents the house and moved it. He started to clean the house and fix the shade cupboards and everything else in the house. And he goes to bed at 9 o'clock, and at midnight he suddenly woke up by a strange noise, like the fingers scratched on the wooden floor. He came out of his bedroom and started searching for where did that noise come from. He looked at the floors and the cupboard and started to look on the roof of the house. And suddenly he saw a wooden box next to the TV. He came near and started to look carefully at the box. It has lock, but the lock is half break and very dirty. He looked and put his hand started to bleed because he forgot to bleed. Suddenly the noise come back. He looked around, go to the middle of the house, and the noise gone. He looked back at the box again and looked around. Suddenly he heard a crash very near and is behind him. He turned around and he see a bloody white hand come out from the box. He was trying to crush the box to come out. He was so scared he cannot move or scream. He just stayed there like a statue. After the hand disappeared, he come near to the box, pull it out his house because he thought that is the reason caused the noise. Found out there is a picture of a dead woman in the house, and that picture is of a bird that came to talk to him in the morning. He's really afraid. Fire and candles start to say something to the picture, and the noise
scared. When I read this book, when I sleep, sometimes I can't sleep because when I sleep and I need to sleep with my mom and dad, I'm scared.
How would you feel if you lived in this house? Would you move out or would you continue to live there?
I think I must run away.
I pooped my pants.
Okay, with Erica.
Okay, my story is about talking about imagining land calling Atlantis. It's about poor boy who's hunting for money for his family, and when he goes to the forest of the he cannot hurt any animal, but he saw a beautiful rock. It's blue, like it's gold, and he think that if he saw this rock, it will help along the way. So he bring it to his village, Kanaho, and he tells his uncle Garu and his cousin Roland about the rock and the stranger line up there. One night when the moon grows, the rock is up a strange noise and it's moving. He doesn't mind about rock, and when the rock is going to broken and the dragon was born. He heard a story about a dragon warrior in the village. So he take care of his dragon, but he doesn't tell anyone. So he put the dragon in the forest to take care of her. And when the dragon is older, he finds someone who knows about the dragon world. It's a man named Born. He's tell story about history. Tells a story about history of Alaska. So he asked him about this boy about a dragon warrior. So he knows that it was a mission, and he said that. And he told the boy that he accepted the mission. I like this story because it's gripping, exciting, and have a lot of fantasy thing in the story.
Do you believe in dragons?
Some in the legend.
Not real.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Komodo dragon from Indonesia?
I never heard that story.
It's a real animal. It's very big, can run very fast. It doesn't breathe fire though. But it's called the Komodo dragon. Okay. No, can't fly. Just run fast. Dangerous. It's poisonous as well.
I think it's a bad show.
Okay, right. Sit down.